My boss' secret is my undoing. Chapter 2. Marissa grabbed her bag and stood up. She sneered and said, I'm a graduate of a prestigious university and a senior employee at a Fortune 500 company. I earn $20,000 a month, own 2 cars and a house. You make less than $4,000 and you're a nobody. How dare you think of dating me? I assumed you were some charming, wealthy heir, but a 25-year-old with neither a car nor a house? What a disappointment. How can you be so shameless to even show up here? Marissa pointed a finger accusingly at Frederick, her words cutting like a knife. Frederick's face turned icy in an instant. If this were Bellyria, a woman like her would never get away with such behavior. When the situation escalated, Sylvia quickly stepped in and said, Marissa, even though Fred doesn't have a car or house right now, he's down to earth and full of potential. Back off! Don't touch me, you old hag! Marissa yelled and rudely shoved Sylvia aside. Don't touch my mom, Frederick said angrily. Then, an older woman with heavy makeup stood up, laughing mockingly. Sylvia, my daughter is a treasure. Does your son even deserve her? Had it not been for your pleading, do you think I would have let her come on this date? You've shown no real sincerity. The woman was Marissa's mother, Lucy Zeller. She was arrogant, and her eyes were filled with disdain as she looked at Sylvia and Frederick. Sylvia stammered. What do you mean, Lucy? Don't you own a piece of land? Since you're strapped for cash, why not offer it as a dowry? Maybe then Marissa will reconsider. Lucy sneered, then continued. You can demolish that old house at the same time. It'll be easier to construct a new place for the new couple, don't you think? Frederick angrily shot back. If you take that land and tear down the house, where will my mom live? On the streets. Oh my, I just suggested one thing, and he's already acting like this. How can I trust him to treat my daughter right? Lucy said agitatedly, gesturing dramatically. Sylvia awkwardly said, Don't say things like that, Lucy. I'll agree to your proposal. Mom! Frederick couldn't hide his shock. Meanwhile, Lucy was grinning from ear to ear. Also, I have a brother who made a small mistake and was recently released from prison. He's single now. You have a daughter, right? Why not join our families? Your daughter could marry my brother. Sylvia turned pale instantly. Frederick's younger sister, Celine Lester, was just starting university. Sylvia had heard that Lucy's brother had been in prison for the past 20 years for robbery and murder. Also, he was in his 50s and didn't have a job. The thought of Celine marrying such a man was horrifying. About that. Sylvia began hesitantly, but Lucy swiftly cut her off. Plus, my daughter is sensitive and precious. After they marry, your son must do all the housework and give his entire salary to her. She hates pain, so he mustn't touch her without her consent. Frederick could not take it anymore and exclaimed, Are you marrying or selling off your daughter? Even if I bought a cow, it would at least know how to plow a field and work. I refuse to marry someone so pampered. Mom, I won't go through with this. Get them to leave. Marissa's expression darkened as she burst out in insults. How dare you, you loser. You should be honored I even bothered to show up today. Look at your family. It's in shambles. Those who don't know you might even think you're all beggars. Lucy added scornfully, You're a fool dreaming of the impossible. You're not even willing to pay such a small price? TSK, you're shameless. Ignoring their taunts, Frederick gently took Sylvia's hand and led her away. What? Now you're leaving without a word. What a worthless man. Lucy and Marissa's mocking voices continued to echo behind them. But then, a Bentley suddenly pulled up at the entrance, turning heads in the restaurant. It was a Bentley Elegance 700, a model worth $12 million, and was exceedingly rare. A strikingly beautiful woman stepped out, and she was poised and captivating. She was dressed in professional office attire, with a tight skirt complemented by black stockings. Marissa was left in awe. She considered herself fairly attractive, but compared to the woman before her, she felt like a country girl. She suddenly felt utterly embarrassed. Frederick was the most surprised among them all. The woman was none other than his boss, Jennifer. Jennifer approached with her elegant gait and said, Frederick, come with me.